morning. Please remain standing as you are able for our invocation. And on this beautiful day of celebration, I invite you to come from your many different faiths and traditions as we are drawn together in a spirit of unity and joy. Let us pause for a moment of gratitude. Faithful God, you promise you know the plans you have for us, for our welfare and not for harm, to give us a future with hope. Then when we call upon you and come and pray to you, you will hear us. And we call upon you today to hear us give thanks for your faithfulness to Augsburg University, to hear us give thanks for these beloved graduating Augies, to hear us give thanks for wise and dedicated faculty, staff, administrators, and regents, to hear us give thanks for family and friends who stand by us and cheer us on. And we call upon you now, O God, to be with us in our joy and give our hearts good courage to begin again as citizens of the world. In the name of you, Creator, Christ, Spirit. Amen.
Hine ma tov u'manayim, shevet achim gam yachad, which means, how good and pleasing it is to be together as one in this moment. And to mark the journey ahead, I will share a version of Tefillat HaDerech, or the Traveler's Prayer. May we be blessed as we go on our way. May we be guided in peace. May we be blessed with health and joy. May we be kept in safety and in love. May grace and compassion find their way to every soul as we work toward what we call in Judaism tikkun olam, or healing the world together. Shalom Aleichem, peace be upon you. Go in peace and return in peace. Tzeitchem l'shalom, v'shuvchem l'shalom. Amen.
Please be seated.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome. Welcome to all. I am Karen Kaivola, Provost and Chief Academic Officer at Augsburg University. It is my great pleasure to welcome you all to the first of the two commencement ceremonies that will be held on this day in Augsburg's 149th year. This morning, we celebrate the accomplishments of 436 graduating seniors in the undergraduate day program. This afternoon, we will celebrate 493 students in our adult undergraduate degree completion and graduate programs. To all the families and friends of our graduating students, I extend a special welcome. I also welcome members of the faculty, members of the Augsburg University Board of Regents, and the faculty emeriti who are with us this morning. Thank you all for joining us for this milestone event in the lives of our graduating students. They are members of the first graduating class of Augsburg University. And of course, they follow many others who have graduated in years past from Augsburg College. It is an Augsburg commencement tradition to recognize those retiring faculty members who, after many years of dedicated service to our students and our university, are joining the ranks of our faculty emeriti. Today, we honor two faculty with this recognition, Jean Gregoire of the Department of Education and Catherine Swanson of the Department of English. Please join me in recognizing them. Also, each year at Commencement, we lift up an aspect of Augsburg's mission statement. Today, we feature themes of faith and values. Today's Commencement speaker and student representative of the class of 2018 will echo these themes in their remarks. Augsburg's Lutheran identity provides deep roots for our commitment to education informed by vocational discernment and service to the neighbor. It shapes and informs equally deep commitments to equity and justice, both on our campus and in the world. It opens us to the multiplicity, plurality, and gifts of the diverse peoples and cultures of the world, symbolized in part by the flags behind us, behind me anyway, which represent 42 countries and sovereign nations from which our students come who are graduating today. It is now my pleasure to invite President Paul Pribenow to the podium.
Good morning. I'd like to add my warm welcome to all of you gathered here today on this proud occasion. It's one of the great joys of my role as president to participate in the various moments in the life of the university wherein we honor and celebrate the accomplishments of our students. You are, of course, the reason we have existed for 149 years, and we are proud of all of you and so pleased that many of your family and friends are with us this morning. The Marina Christensen Justice Award is given to one member of the senior class whose actions, commitments, and future aspirations most profoundly exemplify Augsburg's motto, education for service. During their time at Augsburg, the student must have demonstrated a dedication to the kind of community involvement characterized by the personal and professional life of Marina Christensen Justice, who courageously and effectively reached out to disadvantaged peoples and communities. It is my pleasure to present the Marina Christensen Justice Award, and I ask this year's recipient, Cam Yang, to step forward as I read about the award and their accomplishments. Cam? Cam Yang transferred to Augsburg 3 years ago to search for a campus where they could become more involved and invested in the community. In the time Cam has been on campus, they have lived up to this potential. Cam has been heavily active within the LGBTQIA+ community on campus. As a facilitator for the annual LGBTQIA+ Student Leadership Retreat, they led nearly 50 students in weekend activities, workshops, and programs that focus on educating participants and bringing students closer together. Cam has also been the program assistant for the LGBTQIA+ Student Services Office, helping out with various programs such as Coming Out Week, Pride Week, the Soup Gender and Sexuality Luncheon Series, and much more. Last year, Cam helped co-found a new student organization called Queer Indigenous People of Color. They did so to address a growing need for LGBTQIA+ students of color to find visibility, voice, and community here at Augsburg. They were successful enough that in their first year, the group won New Student Organization of the Year at the Augsburg Leadership Awards. Cam is also active in the community. They are a co-host of Bloom Radio on WIXK, a radio show for Hmong LGBTQIA+ people based in St. Paul, which aims to create a brave space for marginalized and underrepresented communities through arts, music, culture, and dialogues. They have also taken numerous photos and filmed many videos for a variety of nonprofits and other causes around the Twin Cities. Cam is graduating with a degree in secondary education focused on communication arts and literature, and has been student teaching this spring at the Performing Institute of Minnesota. They hope to inspire future generations to engage in civic life, social justice, and bold and courageous leadership. Please join me in honoring Cam Yang as the 2018 Marina Christensen Justice Award recipient. It's now my pleasure to welcome and introduce this year's commencement speaker, Dr. Paul B. Batalden, Augsburg class of 1963. As we considered who best to address this year's graduating class, the first from Augsburg University and the class that first occupied with great enthusiasm the remarkable Hagfors Center for Science, Business, and Religion, it became clear that it was fitting to turn to one of our own, someone with lifelong ties to Augsburg, someone who had distinguished him or herself at the intersections of science, business, and religion, and someone who had an important forward-looking word to offer the class of 2018. Dr. Paul Batalden was at the top of our list of distinguished speakers. Dr. Batalden is an award-winning and internationally celebrated doctor, professor, and healthcare professional. He currently serves as Professor Emeritus of Pediatrics, Community, and Family Medicine at the Dartmouth Institute for Health Policy and Clinical Practice at the Dartmouth Medical School in New Hampshire. His life work is focused on improving the quality of healthcare services and transforming medical education. His contributions in medicine have been recognized with numerous awards and honors, from the American Association of Critical Care Nursing to Linköping University in Sweden. That's where he got that wonderful hat that he was wearing this morning. Dr. Batalden is a graduate of Augsburg. He has served on Augsburg's Board of Regents, and he has funded with fellow Augie Levan Olsen Batalden, his wife, and his brother Stephen Batalden, and his spouse Sandy Batalden, the Abner Batalden Professorship in Applied Ethics, a tribute to Paul and Stephen's father, who served as Augsburg's first alumni director. Today, we are incredibly proud to recognize Paul's accomplished career in medicine and the academy, his lifetime of service to his alma mater, and his ongoing support of student engagement in a robust and practical liberal arts education, which is so important to all of us here today. Paul, we are honored to have you with us for today's celebration. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Paul Batalden as this year's commencement speaker.
Thank you very much, Paul. Congratulations to you on this step of your lifelong learning journey. I know there have been many words that have helped you get to this place today, but I want to invite you to briefly consider with me one more word, a four-letter word, with, W-I-T-H. It's a treat for me to be here with you, the graduating class that welcomed the opening of the Hagfors Center for Science, Business, and Religion. It's a beautiful physical reminder of knowledge streams that have lived together since this place began. Acknowledging them in an art-filled, user-friendly space honors and invites attention to the real way this college mattered for me. My time here was the beginning of a journey of building knowledge, one subject with another, and connecting them with people around me. G.K. Chesterton observed that tradition is a form of democracy in which the dead get a vote. This tradition here invited me to follow the ancient Chinese wisdom advice, those who seek to honor their mentor don't follow the mentor, but rather follow what the mentor was following. It was here that I began to see, in the role modeling of the curious, caring faculty, the importance of showing up in person, being directly with the persons I was trying to help, even in little ways. I recall one day in the Western Civ class that Carl Krislock taught, he was in the middle of one of his wonderful stories about people that made history come alive when he noticed that the sun was in the eyes of one of my classmates. He went to the window, and the cord on the shade was tangled, so he couldn't pull the shade down. So without breaking his story, he got a desk chair, brought it to the window, got up on the chair, untangled the cord, and pulled down the shade to take the sun out of my classmate's eyes, all while continuing the lecture and not breaking the flow of the story as he was telling as a part of the lecture. That's a simple anecdote, but it illustrates the intensity of focus of this historian while demonstrating how he was with us in the classroom. We didn't have river paddling faculty who led our courses, but it was clear that our professors were with us then as we were trying to learn. After Augsburg, I went to medical school and then to a pediatrics residency. Eventually, I was in practice at what was then the St. Louis Park Medical Center. One night on call, I got the message that a baby was to be born by emergency cesarean section because there'd been an internal transfer of the baby's blood to the placenta, and it was expected that the severe anemia in the baby had put the baby at risk for heart failure. My job was to show up and, if needed, perform an emergency exchange transfusion, trading richer oxygen-carrying blood for the baby's blood and allowing the baby's heart to work less hard. This involved preparing to make a diagnosis at birth, alerting the blood bank to be ready for an urgent cross-match, getting the exchange equipment set up in an appropriate place, arranging for someone to monitor the baby's vital signs, and a process for keeping the baby warm. At birth, the baby did have the problem we suspected. We soon had the matched blood and conducted the exchange transfusion that we had planned. The heart rate decreased. The baby seemed to be resting more easily. It was really satisfying that everything had worked so well. By about 5:30 in the morning, I went to the parking lot to go home as the sun was coming up. Initially feeling pretty proud of what I had been able to do and privileged to be part of this work. Then it dawned on me. I hadn't been the only person working as a soloist with this baby and mom that had created the outcome. I personally had not arranged for the transfer of the mom from outstate to our center. I hadn't personally obtained and matched the blood for the baby. I hadn't personally procured the setup for the exchange transfusion and the umbilical catheters. I realized I did have reason for feeling good that I'd been able to connect my knowledge and skill with this baby's need, but this outcome was possible because of the effective presence and work with others offering their contribution to this mom and baby. We were actually a host of folks, not a soloist, who had worked together to be with this mom and baby. I appreciate that many of you graduating today come from diverse faith and moral traditions. I also know that Augsburg honors you in its deep commitment to interfaith living and conversation. I want to share with you how my Christian faith tradition provided me an important framework for understanding the withness of our lives together. After Augsburg, I had the good fortune to marry a classmate of my life, of my time here at Augsburg, and who has now been my life partner, Levon Olson. Shortly after we were married, I started medical school. My younger brother started at Augsburg, and my parents went to work with Lutheran World Relief in Korea, and then Vietnam, then India, then Bangladesh. Over the next 15 years, this would mean lots of long times apart. There was no Skype or internet then. When they had to go back to their work in Asia, we paid a lot of attention when it came time to say goodbye to each other. My dad made Psalm 121 a regular part of the leave-taking process, and at their memorial services, it was also part of our process of commemorating them, their life journeys, and our leave-taking. The psalm closes with the words, "The Lord will guard your going and coming, now and forever." It's about being kept while on our journeys, going and coming. It made me think about the many journeys in my life: a day, a job, a relationship, a class, an event, a home, a birth, a death. Reflecting on graduations, on all the things that have helped along the journeys leading to today, helps me realize that we live in a blizzard of input about accompaniment on journeys. Text words, series voice, maps, pictures, apps, advice. I suppose that this psalm in some ways lives at this general conceptual space, but it really isn't journey advice. It seems to be more about the framing of our relationship to our journeys, remembering that while on our various journeys, we are in relationship with our Creator. The more I thought about it, the more it seemed to me that God being with us was actually a pretty central theme of the Bible. It surprised me that the word "with" occurs more than 7,500 times in the Old and New Testaments of the Bible. When my work takes me to London, I usually try to attend a concert or service at the church on the corner of Trafalgar Square, St. Martin's in the Field. Samuel Wells is the vicar of that church, and in his book, A Nazareth Manifesto, he suggests that the words, "God is with us," express a fundamental truth of the Christian view of God. He suggests that Jesus is the embodiment of God with us. For him, the word "with" is the word that lies at the heart of the Christian faith. Wells himself uses this insight to inform his relationships with the homeless people who live right around Trafalgar Square. And that is an active part of the mission of this particular church. I think it's actually pretty central to what I think of when I think of the social ethical imperative for a time like now, as we deal with each other, with our politics, and with other countries in the world. Most of my professional life, as Paul suggested, has been spent working at the intersection of science, business, and religion, trying to improve the value of the contribution that healthcare services make to health. This work invites me to recognize that it's as difficult to outsource one's health as it is to try to outsource one's learning. I've had to learn that making a service involves a different logic than making a product. Actively co-produced healthcare service invites health professional persons who are capable of understanding the lived reality of the persons who are sometimes known as patients. They must link their science-informed practice with that patient person's aim. Healthcare services are composed of relationship with and actions. They are held together by knowledge, skill, habit, and a willingness to be vulnerable, the vulnerability that comes when whole people, head, hands, and heart, show up for another person's need. The improvement of healthcare services invites the contribution of several ways of knowing, several epistemologies. One time we invited sociologists, medical researchers, journal editors, clinical health professionals, economists, healthcare service system leaders, finance professionals, psychologists, and educators to come together to discover the special contributions that their individual ways of knowing and their work disciplines might make to the job of improving healthcare services. With the help of a British foundation, we invited these people to spend a week together. We met at Cliveden, an old English manor house that was once occupied by Lady Astor. It was the place where the cabinet minister, Sir John Profumo, was caught in an affair with a female Nazi spy, Christine Keeler, who just died a little while ago. But we experienced Cliveden as a grand old place for a meeting on the banks of the Thames River. We were wrapping up the meeting on Thursday night, and people were gathering their stuff to make an early exit on Friday morning. Then we learned that Eyjafjallajökull, the Icelandic glacier volcano, had erupted and shut down the airspace over the UK. No one was going to go anywhere because we, in fact, were locked together in this space. And the immediate effect was that we had an unplanned space of time to reflect on the conversations and presentations from earlier in the week. These presentations had opened the ways of these various subjects and the way they could work together to make healthcare better. By our forced co-location and co-reflection, we developed new and friendly connections with one another, which to this day, nearly a decade later, still last. After, I began to wonder if all significant meetings should be closed with a volcanic eruption. But the lesson that I actually took away had to do with planning for a reflective space after doing the generative work that involved connecting one subject with another. So in my work life, the word "with" takes many forms. I suspect it'll be the same for most of you. Currently, I have another job. On Wednesday afternoons, I work as an underquilter. My wife, Lavan, leads a neighborhood quilting program with Somali women in South Minneapolis. Make no mistake, she's the master quilter teacher. I help her. I set up stuff, I carry stuff, I make knots. Not a bunch of words. And a commitment to be with her and the Somali women as together we make quilts for them and others who can use them. The experience helps remind me of the message attributed to St. Francis. Preach constantly, use words if necessary. Thinking a bit further about the word "with" in the context of the world we live in, it seems we are often invited to pursue a sense of self that offers only weak links to being with others. Being with another seems to involve more than a text or a photo exchange. Being with others is more than being friended or even to be in relation with only friends. Dealing with the differences among us seems to involve more than some scheme of private or personal gain or of bluster or bullying. Working together, working with one another to deal with the real problems facing us in this complex world of ours seems more than a matter of trading 300-character messages with each other. Like our health and our learning, I think we can't outsource our citizenship. The word with is a preposition. The Oxford Dictionary defines a preposition as a governing word, one that expresses or invites inquiry into the relation of one word with another. What leads us to being with someone, or of linking one subject with another? Sometimes there's a dark side of with. Over time, our expectations and assumptions may be proven mistaken. This invites the reflective work to revise and refresh them so that our withs remain grounded in truth and reality. However painful this adjustment may be, the support of our community, our family, and our friends can help. So how might we develop a useful habit of being with the world we face? I never know what someone else should do. How will you really see the people you're living with, working with, playing with? We seem prepared to notice what we believe. I find it easier to notice someone or something when I take a provocative minute or two and jot down some reflections in a journal. What process helps you? What may make identifying the with in our lives hard? Sometimes it's hard to find a reflective, mindful moment in the overwhelming glut of the incoming signals that we live in. Like health, learning, and citizenship, I think it may be nearly impossible to outsource meaningful reflection in our lives, the reflection that really helps us see and notice. For me, as I pause to place one of these words with another, I realize that it is science with business, with religion, that informs my life in the real world. It is knowledge linked together with what I do and or with what I'm trying to figure out that forms the basic agenda for my life as a curious health professional person. It's being with people in need and with those working to meet that need. It's recognizing and being able to be grateful in my Christian tradition that I'm kept by a God with me. I hope you will explore your own traditions as you have done here at Augsburg in exploring how you live out what it means to be with each other on your journeys as you fully live into your own withness as you go from here. Thank you.
Thank you, Paul, for those wise and inspiring words. We're so honored to claim both you and your wife, Lavon, as fellow Augies. It is now my pleasure to present the Augsburg Jazz Vocal Ensemble, directed by Susan Druck.
Hello. Congratulations to the class of 2018.
We want to thank our family, friends, professors, whoever helped get us here. We're very proud of you all.
We shall not be moved. We shall not be moved. Just like a bird that's planted in the water. We shall not be moved.
We shall not be moved. We shall not be moved. Just like a tree that's planted by the water. We shall not be moved. All of us together. We shall not be moved. All of us together. We shall not be moved. Just like a tree that's planted by the water. planted by the water, we shall not be moved. Against injustice, we shall not be moved. We'll keep fighting. We're fighting against injustice, we shall not be moved. Just like a tree that's planted by the water, we shall not be moved. Until we see victory, we shall not be moved. We'll march till we see victory, we shall not be moved. Just like a tree that's planted by the water, we shall not be moved. We won't be just like a tree that's planted by the water, we shall not be moved. We won't be just like a tree that's planted by the water, we shall not be moved. We shall not be moved.
Thanks to all of our musicians and to Director Susan Druck for this wonderful contribution to today's program. I am now pleased to introduce Chul Lip, who is representing the class of 2018 as student commencement speaker. Chul is receiving a degree in biology with a minor in psychology, graduating cum laude Latin honors. In 2017, Chul received Augsburg's Linda Schremp Alberg Endowed Leadership Award, and he conducted summer research as a Sundquist Scholar. He will be continuing his education at Columbia University's School of Public Health in the fall. Please welcome Chul as the representative of the class of 2018.
President Provenal, Provost Cavola, faculty and staff, fellow graduates, guests, family, and friends. Well, before I begin further my speech, I would like to point out something that is already obvious to you. English is not my first language. I have been spoken English for about 8 years now, so what I'm about to say, I would like you to listen very carefully, so that you can catch all of my jokes, and, I heard they're pretty funny. Today marks an important rite of passage where we celebrate what we have accomplished and look ahead to what might be next. It got me thinking about a moment from very, very early in my own development. It was a moment that determined everything about my future, a moment when my entire life and future was on the line, when it could either all go really well or it could end really badly. And I'm sure some of you sitting here know that moment I'm talking about. I'm referring to, of course, gastrulation. For those of you who aren't well-versed in biology, gastrulation is one of the earliest stages of embryonic development. Well, you obviously can look it up now, or you can ask me later. While I certainly could spend my entire morning here talking about how life develops, I would like to share with you all my reflection on the value of faith and how Augsburg, in valuing my faith, has helped me to find my true calling, what I would call my true passion in life as a first-generation college student. I grew up in Cambodia with 6 brothers and sisters, and after the early death of our parents, all of my brothers and sisters had to give up the opportunity for higher education, to work in low-wage jobs so they could survive and they could help keep me in school. My siblings supported me with the financial help of about $20 a month. That was all I could live on. When I was 14, I started studying English on my own. I walked 2 hours a day to school, and my friend had to share their lunch with me because I didn't have any of my own. Although it was a daily struggle, I did not give up because my brothers and friends and family had faith in me and supported me. As I look back on it now, I see that others had faith in me too, even when I could not see if it would lead to anything good. I also see that I had a narrow view of what faith is. My life involved navigating Buddhism, Hinduism, and Christianity, but despite living in an interfaith life, I defined faith as mainly a belief system in God, and in particular, a Christian God. I had to come to a Lutheran university to broaden my understanding of faith. That's because Augsburg University invites students, staff, and faculty into a conversation about faith, where each point of view is valued and respected, and where each person's story can be heard. That seems clear and obvious, but it's complex and difficult work. Throughout my years here, I have learned that when you nurture a relationship with people of different faith traditions, we all grow spiritually and our education grows deeper. You understand more about your own traditions while gaining a deeper understanding of tradition other than your own. And this is true for all of us who have been part of the Augsburg community. Whether we come from various different faiths, gaining a new understanding of faith, or struggle with uncertain faith, our experience at Augsburg has taught us to welcome conversation around faith and, most importantly, to empower one another. In fact, faith is a powerful connection that brought us together as a community, whether it is faith from above or faith within one another. Out of our common experience here, we can go from this place to better serve our local and international communities and any communities around the world that are in need of care. As I learned when I was young and felt alone, we do not accomplish any goal by ourselves. All the achievement, honors, awards, and experiences and our success would not be possible if we would have tried to do it on our own. Therefore, for all of my fellow graduates, I would like to give thanks to those who had faith in us and who value our gifts, and those include our parents, our families, and our friends who have always been there for us through every step of our journey. And indeed, our professor, who went above and beyond to make sure we succeed not only academically, but in life outside the classroom. Finally, I want to give thanks to all of our generous people who shared their own gift to make our experiential learning possible for us. And of course, for making this school our second home. This community has supported us regardless of skin color, the language we speak, and the faith we hold. Our little university may seem small, but the work that we will contribute can inspire a great big world. So as we mark a transition from Augsburg students to Augsburg graduates, we are inspired by those who came through this university before us, and indeed by those who continue to live out its missions, as a place that values faith enough to help all of us find our true calling. So to my fellow graduates, may we start our next journey carrying the Augsburg University mission of statement, knowing that we are still becoming informed citizens, thoughtful stewards, critical thinkers, and responsible leaders. But most importantly, let us remember that by faith from above and faith within one another, we have much to accomplish. And we will accomplish it because everyone seated here have faith in us. Again, congratulations, Augsburg University, class of 2018. Thank you.
Thank you, Chul, for those beautiful words and for your beautiful smile every day, your beautiful smile. We now move to the conferring of degrees. Dean Keith Dilsdorf will present the candidates for the degrees of Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Music, and Bachelor of Science. Candidates, as you cross the platform in front of the stage, you will be greeted by Jeff Nodlin, the chair of the Augsburg University Board of Regents, and by myself. We ask that you would please hold your applause until the final candidate has crossed the stage so that all names of graduating seniors can be heard.
Mr. President, on behalf of the faculty at Augsburg University, upon whose recommendation these degrees are granted, and in their name, it is my privilege to present the candidates for the degrees Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Music, and Bachelor of Science. Candidates, please come forward as directed by the marshals. I will announce the names of the members of the class as they come to the platform. After reading names of the candidates for the baccalaureate degrees, 3 kinds of honors may be announced. First, Latin honors. These honors are based on cumulative grade point average. Additionally, in order to graduate summa cum laude, students must successfully complete an in-depth oral examination. Candidates for Latin honors wear cords around their necks in the school colors, maroon and gray. Second, graduates who have completed the university's honors curriculum will be designated honors program graduate, and these honor scholars wear gold cords around their necks. And finally, students who have completed special curricular requirements with a high average in their disciplinary area of study will be noted as having received departmental honors. Condra Taylor Rudelius Palmer. Noah Arthur Quam, departmental honors in music education. Nathaniel Gillen, cum laude. Brady Geary, cum laude. Lehoff Anderson. Di Train. Nureldin Hamad. Nikayla Woody. Preston Lee Blake, magna cum laude. Emmanuel Ibujo. Madison Biesner, cum laude. Miriam Fawzi, honors program. Lucy Sukar. Michael Jacobitz. Naze Brown. James Dean Newton. Deontay Hoyer. Clayton Garrison Bird. Kwa Win. Tyler J. Ray. Rachel Brooker. Heba Eid. Trevor Thomas Kozar. Kim Doohan. Elizabeth Neri Pipkin. Nina Magdalena Louisa Robinson, departmental honors in exercise science. Elena Tashami Kusayi. Kaylin McConnell. Stephanie Romero Rodriguez. Elham Adam Ibrahim. Iman Hodley. Tonisha Monio, magna cum laude. Blair Stewig, cum laude, honors program. Jubilee Prosser, cum laude, honors program. Isabel Smith. Caitlin Ray Bush, magna cum laude. Daria Pruitt, summa cum laude. Ellie Abler. Henry Johnson Quant. Temple Spencer. Samantha Helverson. Maria de Montserrat Cruz Mendiola. Nicole Robinson. Cassidy Sarrazine, cum laude. Amy Louise Peterson. Jennifer Nicole Dodd. Katie Quilvang, cum laude. Jazz Vallon, summa cum laude. Hanny A. Meyer. Helen Treese Gillis, cum laude. Joselle Franco, summa cum laude, honors program, departmental honors in history. Elise Lina, magna cum laude. Nissa Susanna Sims Capman, magna cum laude. Chloe Gittner. Megan Marie McCready. Tamara Jager. Blanca C. Guzman. Alexis Patterson, cum laude. Kulia Zong. Jasmine Crystal Sanchez. Boule Masakwe, cum laude. Alexandra Becker. Margaret Elaine Schmitz. Sarah Kim Backstrom, magna cum laude. Jacob Michael Swyan, departmental honors, psychology. Brent Chase Erickson. Claire M. Felkner, summa cum laude. David Babolia. James Hana, cum laude. John Myers. Connor Price Jabin. Connor Flaska. Skylar Joseph King. Matthew Caius Christensen. Maria Leon Suarez. Cameron Everett Milkey, cum laude. John Farley Power, Jr. Philip Stallone. Neil Alexander King. Jennifer Lynn Newcomb. Madeline Louise Maroff. Manford Thomas Foster. Matthew Wyden. Christopher Patrick Barr. Samuel Thomas Plomben, cum laude. Taylor C. Severson, cum laude. Lindsay Efforts, cum laude. Peyton Dara Trout. Owen James Harrison, cum laude, departmental honors in psychology. Caressa Jean Fogner, magna cum laude. Matthew Simon. Zachary Philip Sands, magna cum laude. C.J. Smerud, magna cum laude. Maxwell Paul Havda Preuss. Cheney Paul. Harry Sony. Colin Olmscheid. Nicholas Varner. Max Purnam. Eli Nicholas May, magna cum laude. Brett Bukowski, summa cum laude. Will Mackenzie Peterson, magna cum laude. Andrew Rossini Faust, summa cum laude. Drew Anderson, cum laude. William Raymond Wagner, summa cum laude. Nathan Robert Flynn, summa cum laude. Evan Scott Hesse, magna cum laude. Kean Cole Turner. Bryant Patrick Bottenfield, Jr. Cameron Erickson. Ryan J. Kane. Jordan Joseph Doyle Brandt. Jordan Allen DeCrook. Eric James Oheiser. Daniel Ewell. Jacob John Carey. Cody Perkle, summa cum laude. Mitchell Dean Roberto Peralta Swanson. Aaron Boger, magna cum laude, departmental honors in English. Abraham Henry Johnson. Clayton Rude. Benjamin Ritchie, magna cum laude. Cleo Romaine, cum laude. Ashley Marie Kahn, cum laude. Mitchell William Ross, cum laude. William Zuzek. Xochitl Lizeth Martinez Armenta. Jessica Linnell, cum laude. Kelsey Valeria Dominguez Palma. Jasmine Eden Gonzalez. Genevieve Glake, magna cum laude, departmental honors in social work. Catherine Ellison. Hannah Steinhaus. Chelsea Marie Weber. Almi Meenakshi Gilbert Forner. Hannah Lael McDowell, summa cum laude. Victoria Swain, cum laude. John D. Zanzu. Royce T. Winford. Emma McElroy, cum laude. Ha Dong, summa cum laude, departmental honors in business administration. Sarah Elisa Amendanen, cum laude. Benjamin James Erickson, cum laude. Austin James Hill. Tyler P. Ackman, summa cum laude. Caton Alexis Nagel, cum laude, honors program, departmental honors in psychology. Jordan Yvonne Marth, summa cum laude. Chelsea Jane Patterson. Madeline Stein, summa cum laude. Sophia Dolores Keefe, cum laude, honors program. Abigail Tetzloff, summa cum laude, honors program. Eve Elizabeth Taft, summa cum laude, departmental honors in English. Taylor Anderson, cum laude. Grace Marie Peterson, cum laude. Cal Hale. Sean Jigdeal. Jabril Perkins. Jermaine Borward. Kevin S. Miandrisu. Jonas Gebri Christos. Khalid M. Abdi. Mohammed Abdi. Ricardo Cortez Gordillo. Yasir Abuzarak Saeed. Mohammed Abdiaziz Sharif. Ibrahim Abdullahi Barkado. Mubarak Hassan. Anders Jader, cum laude. Glenn F. Gardner. John Fairfield Herbert, Departmental Honors in Art History. Ilhan Dahir. Dalton Olinger. Cole Wilfert. Adam C. Holtz. Raymond Graybow. Jordan Boy Gallegos. Zane Michael Larson, cum laude, Departmental Honors in Finance. Anthony Michael Whiterman. Trevor Cowan. Emily O'Connell, summa cum laude. Derek Lauerman, summa cum laude. Robert Laskowski, summa cum laude, Departmental Honors in Computer Science and in Mathematics. Brandon B. Dinger. Rainan Erdahl. Michael Salas. William Morris Drescher. Ramla Mahamud. Samira Osman. Sarah Hockman. Jerry Kong Lee. Hamdi Saeed Adam. Jeremy Purin. Claire Launcer, cum laude. Chung Ian Lip, cum laude, Departmental Honors in Biology. Jennifer Backham. Caitlin Collins Nesbitt, summa cum laude. Pa Yang Cameron Yang. Ku Shon. Tua Lee. Min Si Vang, summa cum laude. Hua Chi Lee. Chia Lee Lee. Pania Vu, cum laude. Dala Yang. James J. Kurtz III. Sarah Ann Henson, cum laude. Anthony Jenks. Austin David Falkman, magna cum laude, Departmental Honors in Spanish. Pablo Samaniego. Emily Ann James. Rebecca Lynn Schroeder. Emily Marie Nodlin. Ricky Lynn Larson, cum laude. Christopher Robert Lund. Nu Tao. Mai Bao Vu. Hua Zhang. Charles Vincent McNeff. David James Brown. Ashley Schuline, magna cum laude. Devendra Taimal, summa cum laude, Departmental Honors in Computer Science. Michaela Jeffrey. Alicia Javis. Xochitl Rodriguez Sanchez. Brian Suevas Cisneros. Derek Pires King. Miles Scroggins. Amy Buhari. Allison Page Fontecchio. Michael Garabay, cum laude. Leopoldo Gutierrez Noriega. Johnny Somaya. Abby Webb. Elizabeth Stolas, cum laude. Kevin Tran, cum laude. McKenna Sellison, magna cum laude. Carolyn Rose Meyer, summa cum laude. Prenon Huck, cum laude. Alex Carl Winkleman. Samuel Mungure, cum laude, honors program, departmental honors in economics. Sandra Aguida, summa cum laude, departmental honors in accounting. Francesca Chiari, cum laude. Rosemary Hathaway, magna cum laude. Allison Astelford, summa cum laude, departmental honors in communication studies. Artur Jalalov. Hichan Kang, departmental honors in mathematics. Cleo Knickerbocker. Carl Han. John Mark Hengel. Adam Michael Ruff. Gabriel Ian Bergstrom. Sienna Rochelle Johnson. Lucas Jala Acosta. Markel Ramon Moore. Carlin Shorey. Natalia Alexevina Lee, cum laude. Ana Karen Borjan, Valenzuela. Cristobal Estrada. Mohammed Saif. Elena Siavong. Juliana Marie Weber. Amy Ho. Thomas Conrad Molsky. Tamer Mustafa. Ashley Parent. Joshua Keither, cum laude, departmental honors in chemistry. Madeline Yvonne Oswood, summa cum laude, honors program, departmental honors in mathematics. Hannah Bolby, magna cum laude. Danielle Chevalier, summa cum laude, honors program, departmental honors in psychology. Jessica Kolecki. Eliza R. McGill, cum laude. Natasha Schulk. Chelsea Doris Green. Bridget Maxine Bedner, cum laude. Terrell Lynn Clayton. Ellen B. Peters, summa cum laude, honors program, departmental honors in chemistry. Adam Robert Pankos, magna cum laude, departmental honors in chemistry. Megan Springborn, magna cum laude, honors program. Taylor Matthias, summa cum laude, honors program. Catherine A. Parker, summa cum laude. Adam Michael Sawyer, summa cum laude. Eric William Essendrup. Rodrigo Tapia Hernandez. Koi Win Huang, magna cum laude, honors program, departmental honors in chemistry. Devin Darnell Day. Marissa Maria Mosqueda, summa cum laude, departmental honors in theater. Shanna Rose Frazier. Kalena Johnson. Jason Craig Hansen, cum laude. Shoshana Freund, magna cum laude, departmental honors in theater. Maria Arbisi. Del Loche, summa cum laude, departmental honors in theater. Evan Clark Peterson, magna cum laude, departmental honors in theater. Chloe Sabine Tarnowski. Ivy Rose Benson, cum laude. Amber Elizabeth Saltzman. Kyle James Donovan. Ryan H. Staffaroni. Casey Tucker Deloach. Matt Peckham, cum laude, departmental honors in English. Richard N. Olson. Travis John Donahoe. Tony Finfinger. Bryce Danovec, cum laude. Sebastian Larson, cum laude. Jackson Riley Graham, summa cum laude. Oscar Corral. Jansen D. Aaron. Rachel Dvorak. Mary Perrin. Helena Wynn. Jesse Husinkfeld. Hannah Arvold, magna cum laude. Emily Ann Roshan. April Johnson, cum laude. Rainey Pemble, summa cum laude. Jordan Weeding, summa cum laude, honors program. Blake McGreevy. Jason Michael Sheeler, magna cum laude, departmental honors in chemistry. Jameson Charles Allen. Grace Steffenhagen. Kevin Michael Books. Kiana Fox, cum laude. Cole Anthony Stillwell. Tu Song. Madeline Kin, magna cum laude, honors program, departmental honors in psychology. Mari Elizabeth Erickson. Ashley Ann Pettipies. Abigail Enrichi, summa cum laude, honors program. Megan Jane Robertson. Lauren Dana Jennings. Marissa Gilliu, departmental honors in exercise science. Ashley Murray. Stevie Fury, summa cum laude. Aaliyah Watson, cum laude. Jackie Daka, summa cum laude, departmental honors in English. Lauren Tabor, summa cum laude. Samantha Peterson. Joshua David Gilbert Kyle. Faustinus Phoebe Fusina. Shizan. Miguel Gonzalez. Lucas Barbushchuk, summa cum laude, Departmental Honors in Economics. Simona Matskovikova, summa cum laude, Honors Program, Departmental Honors in Psychology. Ali Saeed Omar Ali. Amanda Kapitanakis, cum laude. Timothy Paul Bishop Jr., cum laude, Honors Program, Departmental Honors in Religion. Bryce Kaderlich, Honors Program. Andrew Jewell, magna cum laude, Honors Program. Brianna Lynn Ekstrom, magna cum laude, Departmental Honors in Music. Madeline Johnson, magna cum laude. Renee Weeks Wynn. Rosemary Fern Atia, cum laude. Anna Hoover. Ty Tomzak. Maria Fleischacher, cum laude. Kristen Elaine Holmberg. Ashlyn Sellen, cum laude. Violet Sky Butler. Carson Hughes, cum laude. Kevin Andrew Stark. Liliana Angelica Rodriguez. Eleni Sanchez, cum laude. Aver Marcelo Fithian Mansfield. Marcus M. Hammer. Charisma Kyles. Justo Ramirez Carrillo. Congratulations to all of you.
Will the candidates for the bachelor's degree please stand? By virtue of the authority entrusted in me by the faculty and the Board of Regents of Augsburg University, and upon nomination by the faculty, I confer upon you who have completed the requirements, the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Music, or Bachelor of Science with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto, and I welcome you to the proud company of Augsburg graduates, folks throughout the world who live out the deep links between education, faith, and service to neighbor. Congratulations. And now, please join me in welcoming Jeff Nodlin, Augsburg University class of 1977, and the chairperson of the Augsburg Board of Regents, who will greet you as the newest Augie alumni. Jeff?
Well, that was exciting. Thanks, Paul. First of all, on behalf of the Board of Regents, which I have this great privilege to chair, these people over here who come to campus many times a year, all for one reason. It's you guys. It's a success. So that's why they come, your success, and this is an exciting, exciting day for Regents to be part of this. It's a great pleasure to join you on this joyous occasion and to congratulate you on your accomplishments, your graduation, and to officially welcome you to Augsburg University Alumni Association. This is your connection to your alma mater. You are now part of a strong network of alumni, about 25,000 of us spread across the state, the nation, and frankly, the world. The portfolio you received on your chair today is a gift from the Alumni Association. Inside, you will find information on upcoming events and various ways for you to remain involved with the university, or as the speaker said today, with the university. I value highly the opportunity to serve the university that I love as a chair of the Board of Regents. I'll be forever grateful to the faculty, coaches, staff that have profound influence on my life. Remember, your commitment to Augsburg does not end when you graduate. Likewise, our commitment to you continues long after you graduate. Again, congratulations on your graduation, and each of you have a very exciting future ahead of you. And again, welcome to the proud ranks of Augsburg University alumni. Thank you.
And now, as our commencement exercises come to a close, I offer this charge to our graduates, the Augsburg University class of 2018. May you always be good learners, sharing your education and intellectual curiosity with a world that so needs your insight and understanding, your commitment to lifelong learning, and your willingness to take risks in service to the human estate. May you always be good citizens, individuals who join together with fellow travelers on the road of democracy to create a more just and humane world, and who follow in the footsteps of our thousands of graduates of this university dedicated to making a difference in the world. And above all, may you always be good and faithful people, people who recognize that the many gifts you've been given, gifts of education and friendship and opportunity, demand of you to be good stewards of all that has been entrusted to us. Congratulations, keep in touch and keep the faith. We're all immensely proud of you and will watch with great anticipation as you commence your lives in the world as graduates of Augsburg University. May God keep you.
Congratulations to each of today's graduates. Graduates, if you have not already done so, please now move the tassel on your mortarboard from the right to the left. This symbolizes not only your accomplishment at Augsburg, but your readiness for the opportunities and the challenges that lie ahead as a college graduate. We're all so very proud of you, and we know that you will continue to make a difference in the world to meet the world's needs wherever life may take you. I now invite you to take a moment to thank, with your applause, all those persons, faculty, staff, friends, and family who have supported you and contributed to your success at Augsburg University. I am now delighted to present Redbone Drum Group, who will perform the honor song in recognition of today's graduates. You will find a description of the honor song in your program. I invite you to stand as you are able.
Our hearty thanks to the members of Redbone for your work in our communities and for joining us today. Please remain standing as you are able to receive the benediction offered by Muslim Program Associate Fardosa Hassan, class of 2012, and our pastoral intern Matthew Berger. The recessional will follow, and we invite members of the audience to remain in your seats until the platform party, regents, faculty, and graduates have left the auditorium. As noted in your program, our academic departments and programs will host receptions following the ceremony at various locations across the campus. Please consult your commencement program for these locations.
Assalamu alaikum, which means may peace be upon you. Congratulations, graduates. As you go into the world, my prayer is that you will celebrate the beauty of diversity, live out the call to be the best of yourself, and the goodness and the righteousness, and heal the wound that caused by our differences. Receive this blessing in words from the Quran and take it with you as you leave Augsburg. First, I will read it in Arabic, then translate it in English. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Wal asr. Innal insana lafi qusr. إن الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر. In the name of God, the most gracious, the most merciful. God takes an oath by the hour. Humanity is lost, except those who believe and do good deeds. Advise each other to be truthful and advise each other to be patient. Ameen. Go forth with peace and love. Salam.
And now receive this benediction. The God of steadfastness and encouragement go with you and grant you to love one another in the way of Jesus. The God of hope fill you with all joy and peace and believing so that you may abide in hope by the power of the Holy Spirit. The God of all grace bless you now and forever. Amen.
When marimba rhythms start to play, dance with me, make me sway. Like a lazy ocean hugs the shore, hold me close, sway me more. Like a feather bending in the breeze, bend with me, sway with ease. Make me thrill as only you know how. Sway me smooth, sway me now. Other dancers may be on the floor, dear, but my eyes, they see only you. Only you have that magic technique. When we sway, I grow weak. I can hear the sound of violins long before it begins. Make me thrill as only you know how. Sway me smooth, sway me now. Other dancers may be on the floor, dear, but my eyes, they see only you. Only you have that magic technique. When we sway, I grow weak. I can hear the sound of violins long before it begins. Make me thrill as only you know how. Sway me smooth, sway me now. When marimba rhythms start to play, dance with me, make me sway. Like a lazy ocean hugs the shore, hold me close, hold me more. Like a flower bending in the breeze, bend with me, yeah, dance with me. Like a lazy ocean hugs the shore, hold me close, sway me more. Like a flower bending in the breeze, bend with me. Like a lazy ocean hugs the shore, hold me close, sway me more. Like a flower bending in the breeze, bend with me. Yeah, yeah, bend with me. Yeah.
Thank you.